Yeah, welcome back to KAMMA. I'm Khalil Deal,
Emadio.
and we are KAMMA. Folks, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, Saturday morning. We are putting out content for you guys. UFC 305, our final predictions for the main card. Israel Adesanya versus Dricus du Plessis. And we are talking about the main card, grinding it out. Sorry for it coming out late, guys, but we got it out at least, and we are going to be hyped after watching these face-offs.
And as always, we're doing our best to inform and entertain.
All right, so the first fight we got here on the main card is going to be none other than Li Jingliang versus Carlos Prates. Both of these fighters look amazing. Like these
Did,
guys are fucking unbelievable,
did you
amazing
just
shape.
hold it? Did you just say none other than Liang before
Li
you said
Jingliang versus Carlos Prates, none other
no,
than
no,
Li Jingliang. Yeah.
you said none other than Liang.
Jing Liang Lee, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, but you gave
We
him a
haven't seen the guy in forever. You know what I
I
mean?
know,
So,
but
like,
you
hey,
gave him a better intro than I think the guy deserves.
I'm just saying we haven't seen him in a long time, so it's none other than Li Jing Liang. You know what I mean? Like,
All right, all right.
the guy
Okay.
hasn't been around for how long? Almost 2 years now. He hasn't fought, man. It's
I
crazy.
didn't I didn't know you missed him so much.
Oh, I did. Well, the guy was used to be pretty explosive back in the day, man.
Yeah,
But
it's good.
yeah, we haven't seen this guy in a year and 11 months. So welcome back to Li Jingliang versus Carlos Prates. Now, again, these guys are amazing. As far as physically, these guys are in amazing shape. The stare down
Yeah.
was very intense. Uh,
Oh man, they were like button heads, man.
yeah, at one point they leaned in with each other's foreheads there, like the foreheads were almost touching. Man, they're both in phenomenal shape. They're both ripped. They're muscular. And by the way, I wanted to tell you guys, I want to correct myself from the early predictions. I said that Li Jingliang had a back surgery. It's not a back surgery. It was a neck surgery, a
Oh,
spinal cord surgery with his neck. So
that,
that was the
that's even
surgery.
worse.
Yeah, it's even worse. A neck spinal surgery. So we're gonna see how he looks out there. You can tell that when he was actually like moving his head to the left and right, he was kind of moving weirdly. Um, but yeah, Carlos looks ready to go, man. This guy is serious. They're gonna put on a show. This is gonna be a banger. It was so intense that they had to be separated when they were butting heads almost. This fight is going to be crazy. I got Carlos Prates though, man. I can't trust Ling Jingliang. He lost 3 out of his last 5 fights from 2020 up until 2022. Carlos Prates has won all of his 5 fights, the last 5 fights,
By
and
knockout.
made a very good UFC debut against Trevin Giles, knocking him out and knocking
He
out Charles Radke there. So
wait, he had more knockouts before that in a row, I think,
yeah,
right? Yeah.
yeah, he did. So the Muay Thai fighter, got to go with him fighting out of Fighting Nerds. These guys are amazing, and then putting on a show lately. So I'm gonna go with Carlos Prates to get the win here. I have him winning by KO or decision, and I think that he's gonna be able to either knock out Li Jingliang or win a decision. Just can't trust Li Jingliang with all those things going on with him.
Yeah. There's no way I can trust a guy coming off spinal neck surgery or whatever you said.
Yeah.
But man, he looked good, eh? Great shape, as you said, both of them. It was definitely the most intense face-off of all of them, I think.
Oh yeah,
And
for sure.
yeah, my pick is Prades, man. He's really coming into his own, he looks really dangerous. I don't think I would be picking Li Jingliang even without the back problems coming back after so long, right? Like often you need a fight to get yourself back a little bit, and I don't think Prades is the right guy to be doing it against right now. So yeah, give me
Yeah.
Prades. Although I think this fight, it's not going to be like a blowout or anything. I think it's probably going to go far, and it's going to be an exciting fight.
Oh, this is
So
gonna be a banger for sure, man. These guys are gonna
like
be playing it out for sure.
Li Jingliang's not afraid to get in there, win or lose, and it's going to be a good scrap. So yeah, give me Prades by knockout, late knockout or decision.
All
Like
right, let's move
third
on.
round knockout or decision.
All right, we are in agreement. Let's move on up the card to the next fight here. We got Tai Tuivasa versus Jairzinho Rosenstruck. And who you got here, Andio?
All right. Yeah, so I don't know. Here we got this this idiot here with his normal pose.
Punching the
Jairzinho looks,
sky.
yeah, he definitely has the love handles going on. You can see what's his name here, blah, 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 blah. Jairzinho looks in good shape. He looks to me looks like his shape is getting better. If you see
Yeah,
him like the first fight, however many fights that was ago, right? However many years ago that was compared to now. But if you saw progression fight to fight, I'm telling you, it gets better and better and better. So this is the best he's ever looked, I guess, by a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah. Looks
And
really good.
look, man, I think he's going to outclass Tuivasa on the feet. Tuivasa is tough as nails. Yeah, he's an exciting fighter because he's a brawler that's tough, so he's going to usually let it all out there. But man, the thing with him is that he's been knocked out brutally now, many times, man. And that chin, it's definitely deteriorating. That's what I think. He can't keep on getting knocked out like that. I don't think he can help it, though. I'm not sure if Jairzinho is going to be able to knock him out in this one. Jairzinho can be very, very patient. I'm not sure if it's a good idea to be too patient with Tuivasa, but one way or another, I think Jairzinho is going to be able to pull it off, either by decision or a knockout.
Yeah, man. Jairzinho Rosenstruck looks really, really good, man. He's in much better shape than he used to be.
Yeah,
He's much leaner, and he's lost some weight. Tai Tuivasa, man, this guy looks like he's been drinking too many beers out of old dirty shoes. You know how he likes to do those shoeies. The guy's fat. He's blubbery, blah, 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 like you said, very
I didn't know
blubbery
what to
around the
say.
stomach.
I
And
was trying to make some kind of joke. I don't know.
man, he looks like he doesn't train at all. I mean, Jairzinho looks like he actually works out. He's in the gym. I think he's going to beat him, man. I think he's going to be the faster guy on the feet. I think he's going to land more punches. Uh, and
His feints are going to be better.
yeah, I mean, if we think about it, man, the guy's been finished the last four fights, Tai Tuivasa. He got subbed by Marcin Tybura, subbed by Alexander Volkov, knocked out by Pavlovich, and knocked out by Cyril Gane. So all kinds of damage has been done to Tai Tuivasa. And Jairzinho Rosenstruck, with his 14 wins, uh, the guy's got fucking like 13 knockouts, man, out of his 14.
He's a knockout
Every
artist.
fucking fight he wins is pretty much a knockout. So of course I'm taking Jairzinho by knockout. He's gonna fucking knock the shit out of this guy. He's gonna knock out Tai Tuivasa, and that's the end of the story. So I got Jairzinho Rosenstruck winning by knockout, and that is it for me with this fight here. Let's move on up to the next fight, man. Oh shit, this is a good one. Matt Gamrot against Dan Hooker.
Oh
Matej
yeah.
Gamrot against Dan Hooker. Who you got here?
Yeah, well, to start things off, this bozo brought his daughter, I believe it was, along to
Yeah,
the thing with him. That's a cardinal sin for me, man. I hope he gets beaten in front of her just because of doing something like that,
not a good look.
I don't like that at all. Yeah, it was an intense face-off in the sense that we're here to have a great time. No real animosity or anything like that. I feel Gamrot has this one in the bag. Hooker mentioned something at the press conference that, oh, he may have a trick up his sleeve or something like that. Like, my guess is like a knee, like as he comes in. But man, Gamrot is really slick going in for those low takedowns and then dragging you down and not giving up and then trying to drag you down again. And maybe even a third time. And look, the guy has 10 knockouts. I don't think is Hooker is a little chinny in my opinion, and I don't think he's going to be able to take Gamrot's takedowns. He probably will not rock Gamrot at some point, but wake him up with a couple shots that connected more than they should have. Because Gamrot, man, one thing about him, he could work on his striking. But yeah, just those takedowns in the ground game way too much for Dan Hooker, man. I'm not buying into this Hooker hype. What about you, Real Deal?
Well, I gotta say that Dan Hooker, he is looking in good shape. I mean, like you said, he brought his daughter on the stage, which I think is really not a good look in my opinion. He looks hyped though. He looks ready to fight. I find he looks a little too happy though. When he was on stage there, he was smiling and laughing and very happy.
He
Uh,
got Gamrot happy too.
I mean, but Gamrot is, he looks more serious, man. And he looks obviously Gamrot physically he's more ripped and muscular than Dan Hooker, but again, Dan Hooker is still in decent shape. Um, but Gamrot's grappling is going to be relentless, and he should beat him with the grappling and the takedowns, man. It's going to be relentless. He's going to take him down over and over.
I like the way he takes guys down. Like I like watching that. It's cool.
Yeah, no, he's very, very good. Gamrot is definitely the better fighter on the ground here. So I
He-
got Gamrot to win this fight by KO or decision. Dan Hooker, he needs to get really lucky and also needs to really like fight a really good fight in order to beat Gamrot here and fend off some takedowns.
yeah, I was gonna say one other thing. Hold on. No, go ahead.
All right, so we are in agreement again.
If I remember,
Uh,
I'll say it.
Both have Gamrot here on this one. All right, moving on up the card next.
Oh, one thing, yeah, one thing I just wanted to say. Do you agree that this fight, whoever wins this fight, it does well, if Hooker wins, it does way more for him than Gamrot. Like, what is
Yeah.
beating Hooker really do for Gamrot here? But if
Uh,
Hooker beats
um,
Gamrot, it's like that's good for Hooker, man.
yeah,
Like anyway. Yeah.
definitely. Yeah. So, I'm worried about the couple inch height advantage and the 5 inch reach advantage on Hooker, but
Don't worry about it.
Gamrot's takedown is just too good. All right, moving on up. I got this one here. We got Kai KaraFrance against Steve Ursay here.
Ah,
Kai KaraFrance looked absolutely ridiculous. Okay, sticking out his tongue. I'm glad you got this picture. Sticking
I
out his
never
tongue.
saw anything like this before. Well, I get it. This was retarded, man.
The guy's sticking out his tongue, making weird faces, acting like a lunatic.
With his hand on his head.
His hand on his head. He looks weird. He's in better shape than Steve Ursay. He's more ripped, a little bit more muscular, but you can see that Ursay is much taller than Kai KaraFrance, and Ursay is actually bigger as far as like the full size.
I don't know about that. He's lankier.
Taller and lankier, but like I mean, sorry, I meant to say longer, not bigger, but
Yeah, longer. Yeah.
uh,
Ursig here looks like he's getting ready to scold KaraFrance like a
seriously,
kid,
like you can
like
see
a
that
principal.
Ursay is not phased by. He was not phased at all by Kai KaraFrance's fucking antics here.
He
Uh,
looks like a principal getting ready to control the munchkin.
Ursik is he's way better on the ground. He's very skillful, very scrappy. Kai KaraFrance is a striker. Yes, his takedown defense is pretty decent, but
88%, baby.
he's going to keep trying Ursig to get him down. I feel like Steve Ursig has a good shot here at getting this win, as long as he maintains a good fucking ground game and takedowns. If he can get him down, keep himself off the feet and keep the fight to the ground. That's what he needs to do. He can't let Kai KaraFrance get strikes on him. He can't let Kai KaraFrance land anything big. And if Ursay can, hold his own on his feet in the striking and get the occasional takedowns here and there, because yeah, Kai KaraFrance will stop a few takedowns, but I think Steve Ursay will be able to get down a few takedowns. And Ursay has some good submission skills. I think that Ursay can get this win here, and I have him winning by submission or decision.
I got this goofball here winning by knockout or decision. I think his 88% takedown defense is going to be a little too much for Urseg in this fight here. I realize Urseg's height could, it could be imposing here, but KaraFrance has been around for a long time, man. He's fought the best of the best. He's fought fighters as tall as Usyk, though. Not probably not as many as he fought like a little more regular sized for the weight class. Don't forget, Usyk is very tall for this weight class. These are tiny guys. He like shouldn't even be in this weight class. But I'm going to stick with Usyk winning this one because along with KaraFrance is going to stop some takedowns to tire Usyk out more. He also has that, of course, one-shot power, knockout power, best in the weight class since Figgy's gone. Don't forget. He also has Usyk coming off being a challenger and losing, and some say not really a deserved challenge for the title. I don't think he really deserved it either. And sometimes the fight after that is what I'm trying to say is a letdown, and for whatever reason. So I'm looking for KaraFrance, all nice and fresh, all not like he recovered from his concussion. I don't think Usyk has the power to really to make it a scrap like that with Usyk, with KaraFrance. So yeah, that's my pick. KaraFrance by knockout or decision.
Listen, man, Usyk lost to Pantoja, man. He lost to the best.
Different matchup.
Alexander Pantoja is a beast, and he is also very, very good
And he lost to him.
grappling and good at the ground, at his ground game. Pantoja's also got good submissions and stuff like that. So, KaraFrance has no ground game, no submissions, nothing like that. And let's not forget that KaraFrance lost to Amir Albazi, and he also by split decision, and he also lost to Brandon Moreno by knockout. And these are guys that can get takedowns. These are guys that are good at.
Yeah, but look, man, these guys are better at takedowns than Usyk.
Who did he beat though? Really, KaraFrance. He beat Rogerio Bontorin. He beat Cody Garbrandt and Askar Askarov. We're not. I'm not that.
Go back if we're gonna do that. I'll look if you want.
Yeah, you got to go way back. That's what I'm saying. Look, we're already in 2020. How far back do you want to go? Look,
I wanted like good guys, and the fact that he has double the experience of Usyk, let's not forget that counts for something.
I agree. He does have the experience, but come on, man. You got to say Usyk came out banging, man. Beat David Dvorak in his UFC debut. He beat fucking Alessandro Costa, and he beat Matt Schnell. He knocked him out. Yeah, he lost to Pantoja, but that's not a bad.
Those are in good quality to me, man.
All right. We are in disagreement, and this was the only fight that we are in disagreement in this entire.
Imagine we were in disagreement on like on the mall at 2:00 in the morning.
But
you and your Usyk, get out of here. Next,
we'll see what happens, man. Let's move on up to the main event of the evening. We got Dricus du Plessis versus Israel Adesanya.
I've been waiting for this fight for a long time. My pick is going to be DDP all day long and all night long. And I don't care how much Izzy cries. I think du Plessis is number one. Is he even emotionally like stable enough to fight this fight?
I wasn't really impressed with that crying there press conference there, but
I don't know, man. Like crying this and that, like you could say, what's he gonna say?
Emotional, so
he would say, "Oh, it's a sign of strength to be able to cry like that." And well, yeah, like maybe so, like to your wife in private, maybe, not as a pro fighter. Anyway, DDP is not going to shy away. Even if Izzy hits him up at the beginning, man, he's not going to cower away. Even if it's not working at the beginning, du Plessis is going to get in there and rough this guy up. I don't care what kind of drugs he's on. He looks good. They both look in great shape. I would say that DDP is still bigger than Izzy. Izzy is the more skilled striker. I still say DDP is going to be able to take him down. He's going to just mash him up. And we'll see. Very iffy. I don't know how Izzy is going to look or react considering what he saw. But it's a 5-round fight, and I hope his corner brought a lot of Kleenex.
I gotta say, Israel Adesanya looks very good, man. He's in great shape, man.
Yeah, he's in good shape.
But Dricus du Plessis, he's bigger, he's more muscular, and he's more ripped. Adesanya is taller, obviously, we can see here. They both look very serious. The stare down was very intense, man. Like these guys looked like they wanted to literally kill each other out there. I got DDP, but I'm not sleeping on Adesanya getting a surprising upset here. He could upset and come in there, and if he fights Adesanya style and lures Dricus du Plessis into fighting in his style, which is to stay on the feet, which is to
It
keep this fight at a distance and strike and kick.
he did drop. He did drop in value, but Duplessis is still an underdog in this fight, believe it or not.
Yeah, yeah, he actually went back to being an underdog. Was that even odds, and then it went back to being an
Oh,
underdog.
did it? I
Yeah,
saw him like at 220 or 230.
yeah. Duplessis went down to a underdog there, and Adesanya
No,
uh,
no,
maybe
Duplessis was
not.
always a dog. He was always a dog.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. You're right. Sorry, my bad. But yeah,
Yeah.
no, definitely going with Dricus du Plessis, like I said. But I wouldn't be surprised if Adesanya could pull something off here. But
Look, a guy with that much talent, man, I wouldn't be surprised either. I just feel very strongly that
I think
he has.
Duplessis can get the KO or submission on Adesanya. I think he has to finish him off. I think if it goes to a decision, if Duplessis gets tired later in the later rounds, it could be Adesanya to his Adesanya's advantage. But I think Dricus Duplessis can get him out of there, man, especially with the emotions and stuff like that. But he's a finisher, Duplessis, and he's got an overall amazing game as far as he can strike and grapple and do a bit of
Yeah.
everything. So yeah, Duplessis the pick.
So we both got
Don't sleep on
DDP.
Adesanya, man.
No one is, man. But you're picking DDP.
I'm picking DDP. Yeah,
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
There you have it, folks. Our final predictions, thoughts, and face-offs for the main card. Stay tuned to our official bets video coming next. KAMMA. Peace out, folks.
Hey, baby.